Hello? I think we're live, aren't we? I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, they always told me I needed to wait a couple additional seconds because it wouldn't pick up my mic otherwise.
Oh, fair enough.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Potterthon. I almost forgot what event this was. God, okay, that is a great start. We are here with HP2 PC Jumpless, and this is going to be ran by, you all know him, the man, the legend, the myth, the whatever the hell other positive words I can say about him, Nixo. Hello.
Hello, 7. Thank you very much for those totally not accurate nice words. I appreciate those. And, oh yeah, my green screen has some lights. That's actually a bit annoying. Oh well. I think we're ready to kick it off though. I'm sure people will not be annoyed at all by that. And, yeah, I think I'll count us down, right?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, so we'll start this run in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Well,
hey, good luck.
Thank you very much. HP2 Jumpless. Quite an interesting run. You wouldn't believe it as a leaderboard, but it actually does. So the main premise of this run, as the name suggests, is that you are not allowed to jump. There's no button currently bound to jumping in my game. All I can do is this glitch, which is...
I think I need to reset the timer.
Oh,
sorry.
Quickly restart.
Restart? Okay, that's fine.
I'm so sorry.
It's
no,
no
that's
worries.
fine.
At least people would have not seen how bad I am at this run and what final time I got, but it's alright. Let's restart that. Let me know whenever you're ready with the timer, then I can count down again.
I'm ready.
Okay, cool. Then we'll start in 3, 2, 1, now. Yeah, I guess second try is the charm.
It's okay.
Yeah, no worries.
Perfect.
Perfect. We're good to go. What I was saying though is we cannot jump. That's the whole point of Jumpless. Any other way to gain height is allowed. Which the main way is brightness boosting, which you've probably seen in this event before. Yeah, Dino did all wizard cards earlier where he used it, even though it was kind of very early for a lot of people. I guess I can still explain it a bit. Essentially in this engine, in Unreal Engine 1, which is a great engine, whenever you grab a ledge and you change the brightness in window mode, Harry pops up a little bit in the air. So if you chain that, then you can get to places you're not supposed to be in, like the roof of the Willow level, and we can just fully skip this level. Something like this is obviously very easy. Willow is absolutely free in Jumpless because it's basically the same as any percent Willow. But there will be level where we get to see quite some ambitious strats, and this category is kind of RNG. I think that's fair to say. I try to like not talk about that too much because I have the world record and I don't want to make it seem like it's just luck and nobody else runs it. But yeah, there's quite some strats that fingers crossed they go well. We also do have a donation incentive for this, by the way. I think 7 can talk about that a bit since we have some time.
Yeah. If I am not mistaken, there is currently an additional small donation incentive. Pretty much if, I think it's before Boomslang, we get to an additional $100, Nixo is going to try to kill McGonagall. Or the exact wording is, what was it? Make McGonagall fall down the stairs. Guys, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I have no idea what that means. I am very intrigued. Please, for the love of God, get us there.
Yeah, I agree. It's one of the better cutscenes in this game, if you get it, I'd say. And 100, you know, obviously a bit ambitious, but I'm sure you guys can do it. We'll see. It's a good cutscene, that much I can promise. Yeah, you've seen me boost up the Grand Staircase. Same boost as any percent. It's a bit more difficult to get because you need to, well, you can't jump, so you can't jump into the ledge grab. That's another thing. I guess I can explain the basics of this game, the brightness boosting basics, because we have some time in spell learning, which is a poor man's Dance Dance Revolution, so not much going on. So brightness boosting, there's 3 different ledge grabs in this game, and they all do different kind of boosts. So the one you saw me do up to the class was a medium ledge grab. which then, if you change the brightness, boosts you up and to the right. So you go kind of like this. Forward, up, and to the right. Then there's the long one, which just gets you up, but like really, really strong. So whenever we have to go really, really high, we use that one. And then there's the small one, which is not that often used, because it's kind of weak, but it boosts you backwards a bit. So whenever you have a roof over your head, then you kind of use that one to get like across the roof, or you can pass it with the boost. So that's the 3 important things about brightness boosting. The rest is pretty easy when it comes to that trick. But it is the main one that we're going to use, since it's our only way to gain height. Basically, at least I don't think there's another way. Not that I know of, at least. But yeah, we've finally done this. So we're ready for Rig Decembra, which is actually one of the more difficult levels, I'd say, because of one specific segment. Which is a segment that's difficult in like every kind of challenge run. Like we've seen Luzax blindfolded yesterday, and it's one of the harder segments of that one as well, by the looks of it. Oh yeah, I guess Spongify pads, true. That is another way to gain height, dropping onto them. Yeah, the beginning pretty straightforward. We cannot use the moving platform boost, so we just walk up the stairs, push the snails in. All of this very basic speedrunning stuff. Until we get to the chasm. That's, I think, where the first big change of route happens. Because most Invicta, if you think about it, is really just walking on flat ground. I guess broomsticks, yeah. Flying on the broomstick. That is another way to gain height, if that counts, I don't know. Dropping off things, I guess, works as well. Or like, you know, going up on the grand staircase. There's a couple ways, but boosting is gonna be the main one we're gonna use. Besides all the other tricks you've seen in this marathon before, like pause casting and wall walking, but we get to those when we get to them. Like right now we do pause casting, which is a trick where instead of just casting super slowly like you're intended to, you go to the menu after every cast and Harry instantly reloads essentially, and you can instantly do your next flipendo, which pushes things around a lot quicker. And that's basically the gist of it. Another pretty easy to do trick. The basics are kind of required to learn this category, I'd say. Like you need to know what you're doing in HP2 speedrunning. Otherwise, jumpless is probably not a good idea. But we are getting to the chasm. I've mentioned it earlier. I used to have a setup for this, but me being me, I completely forgot what to do. So I just kind of YOLO it nowadays, and there we go. Got the long ledge grab. It's a bit of a precise drop into that platform to get the ledge grab. A medium sometimes works, but it's really stupid. Like you can get stuck very, very easily, and I'm glad that did not happen, to be honest. So that was a nice first try. Rest of Flipendo is just the normal boost that any percent does as well. So we're starting off with some chill level. The one to look out for is Bicorn. Everyone that's seen this category before knows that Bicorn is kind of very dumb. But we'll get to that. That's a good thing though. If I take long in Bicorn, we're gonna have more time for the donation incentive of making McGonagall fall down the stairs. Because that level is way before that. Good RNG in the Bean bonus room. Yeah, we're gonna have some auto-scrolling segments for a while. Bean bonus room and Quidditch and everything. So I don't know if we have any donations or anything else to add, but it's a good time.
At the moment, not yet. Oh, wait, no. The moment you say that. The
Perfect.
moment. All right, we got a $10 donation from Yagotu. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I heard this is a PG-13 stream, so I'm not going to say fork McGonagall, but I still want to see her fall.
Very nice. Same here, to be honest. McGonagall kinda does deserve it for putting us into an unskippable cutscene.
Yes, indeed. We all want to see McGonagall fall off her pedestal.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's much to say to Quidditch, unfortunately. It's kind of a lot worse than the first game. It's just an auto-scroller. We follow the snitch on a set path. And at some point, once the thing is charged, Harry can catch it. And, well, there's not really any jumping in here either, so well, I might have knocked her out early. That is some pretty rookie mistake, but that's okay. Because he's probably gonna come back before I can catch the snitch. There we go. Wasn't too bad though. Actually, don't think I lost time to it. Somehow. And now we're on our way to potions class. As in the other runs you've watched, you can soft log in potions class if you go too fast, which we should hopefully be able to avoid. If this would be low cast, there would be a cool trick in potions class actually, because you can leave it without actually completing the potions class. The game's not gonna advance, but you can leave it and walk around in the castle. So in low cast, instead of brewing the potion in here, we just go to the grand staircase and brew like 50 potions there. But for Jumpless, it doesn't really matter. We don't really need the health too much, so just collect those. Make sure Snape's voice line plays and walk into the cauldron so we don't softlock. And, well, that's about it. Now we're on our way to the next spell lesson, which happens to be Scourge, which is a pretty chill Jumpless level as well, for the sole reason that we're not gonna be playing it Jumpless, because we're not gonna be playing it at all. This might actually be the first time this marathon we see Quidditch Warp, I just realized. Was there any run that used to be? I don't think. I might be wrong though. But essentially there's a trick in this game that lets you skip a lot of the levels by playing Quidditch. So instead of playing the level, you go in and then teleport into a Quidditch match, and whenever you lose that, the game counts it as the level being completed. It doesn't work for quite every level. For example, Bicorn we have to play through, which is the annoying part of Jumpless. And stuff like Chamber and Forest we have to play through, so those you can't warp out. It depends on when the game updates the game state. So for Scourge, the moment you enter the challenge, the game updates it and thinks you've beaten the challenge. So then if you just get out by any means, the game progresses. And for Forest, for example, it only updates the game state once you actually beat Aragog. I think even the cutscene after Aragog, I don't know. But essentially it works the way you would think it does. You can't just enter the level and the game thinks it's completed. But for now we have to do spell learning. Yeah,
if you have a second, we got another $5 donation from Jamie. He is asking you a question. Hey Nixo, when are we getting Wii Sports speedrun, or more realistically, when are you opening up the non-HP games list, because Wii Sports will be requested one day.
One day, Copium. Copium Galaxy, I think, in that case. But yeah, thank you for the donation, that's great. I'm sure I'll get around to play Wii Sports. Seems like a cool speedrun. In like 5 years. Yeah, it would be a pretty bad speedrun though if you could warp out of everything. Sorry, no, go ahead.
Also got a $15 donation from Forgetful, who is very forgetful apparently. Comment McGonagall go wee!
That's awesome as well, thank you.
So that puts us at $30, so only 70 more, and we'll kill McGonagall.
We can get there, still quite a bit of time left. The entirety of Bicorn is very long. Also, yeah, that was the Quidditch Walk we just did. It's a bit of menu magic. We're using F4 as one of the important buttons. Because essentially what happened, I don't fully know the technicalities about it, but F4 used to be a thing for the debug mode that the devs used. And there's still some remnants of it in the finished game. So F4, using that during the menu can make stuff very janky. So if you have a specific combination of inputs, you can teleport out of the challenge and go to the Quidditch match because of the F4 stuff. And yeah, that's what we did. We died quickly, or got knocked out, to keep it PG, of course. It's the boy who lived after all. And now we're on our way to the next segment of the game, which happens to be Bicorn. So this level is what makes or breaks Jumpless runs. There's one specific segment that's hard, but to be honest, this entire level is kind of hard, so we'll see how it goes. I am confident though, we can get out of it. at some point. So this first ledge grab is already kind of difficult, because you can't make it to the platform. You need either short, which is really hard to react to, or a long ledge grab. And dropping into those without jumping is not very easy. But yeah, the platform, it does lower, but it doesn't lower far enough. So without jumping, you cannot make it across. Okay. Why is that a medium?
In the meantime, we got another $20 donation from random stranger. I want to see her fall.
That's a very beautiful description of the donation. Thank you very much. And,
so we are halfway there.
That was pretty quick. I think we can make it before the end of Boomslang. Yeah, that was the first boost. We finally did get it. Also important for that one, you have to delay actually pressing the brightness slider, so it has to be towards the end of his animation. I'm not entirely sure why, but some boosts you need to wait a bit until they actually work. And this is one of them. Oh god, what is this? Crap, please. That is not what you necessarily want to do here, but whatever. It works. Oh. Random stranger, I forgot to put it towards the target. I think we can assume that was meant for the McGonagall target, though, to be fair. I think we can count that. Even if it's not official.
No idea.
Yeah. I think the message kind of indicates that. Yeah, so talking about falling, I hope that's not gonna happen to me in this next room, because there is the first wall walk off the run. And don't ask me about the technicalities of it, to be honest, but some walls are just not built well. Wait, this is actually not in Jumpless, is it? No, I don't think it is. Actually, now that I think about it. I think Jumpless just drops down. This is low cast, what I'm thinking about. But still, I guess it's cool that I can explain wall walks. Some walls are just not built well, and you can land on some, like, random collision that's kind of there. And, well, Harry can walk. Oh my god, I'm actually just choking right now, that's fine. We're ahead of schedule anyway, so I just kind of want to bring us back. There we go. So what Jumpless actually does is just the glitches strat. So we hit those two, and we're falling down here. I knew that all along. It's just I wanted to showcase a couple of things, of course. And now we're on low health. I also need the gnome, I just realized. What am I doing? Just giving people time to actually do the incentive.
Yeah, definitely.
So this gnome is very important. So that I almost forgot him is kind of a problem. But now we got him. Now I got my spirit animal gnome. I woke up like an hour ago. I'm sorry, chat. We got this. I know exactly what I'm doing. See, there we go.
Herdog Apple, in the meantime, donated another $5. Good luck in Bicorn.
Thank you. I apparently really need it. And we're closer to the McGonagall goal, so perfect.
Yep. $45 more to go.
And yeah, we're finally I've done that maze correct, which is not even supposed to be the difficult part. So we'll see how this goes. We'll put the gnome through here. We cast on this as one of the few categories that actually casts on this rotating thingy, or we couldn't do it. You can throw the gnome all the way across. The safe strat is to throw him on here. And then you use those random steps that I honestly don't know why they exist in the actual game to boost onto the platform and get a hold of the gnome. So this segment wouldn't be as difficult if we wouldn't have to carry the gnome through. Like, we're kind of the gnome babysitter. Are you kidding me, Pixie? I should have killed that guy. So that's the main point. We have to get the gnome through to the next side, and you'll see why once we've done that, hopefully successfully. But we'll see. Since the pixie is now out of the picture, I think we can make it. But the annoying thing is essentially that he wakes up after a while, after you throw him. So he would just walk around randomly. And for some reason they're very stupid. Just like me, apparently. So most of the time they just run off. But yeah, this segment, it's kind of difficult. So I don't mind a couple of attempts here. It's kind of normal to take at least a little bit of time here, but I'd rather spend the time in the next segment, to be honest. So, well, fingers crossed I'm not gonna choke this again. But once again, giving people more time, of course, to donate to our incentive. That was really close.
Nice
Gnome survive.
transition.
Yeah, it's all intended, of course. There he is. Throw him over there. This is technically the last difficult room. Kinda close, but we did it. Just have to hope that he doesn't run off before I can get him. There we go. So now we can secure the gnome by pushing him over there and getting him all the way into this room until we can follow, hopefully. That is looking good. That is looking very good. Okay. At least we've made it out of this spinning roomy. That's kind of something. Not sure if I've been, so I'm just gonna get this. I usually like to check where this guy is before I take the safe book. Oh, he's face planted in his hole. Well, that's not very good, but I guess I'll take it anyways. Okay, so this part, you see this ledge, it's too high to grab it for Harry. And there's nothing in the room we can boost off on. And there's also nothing like to grab, and or not like no other way. We can't jump, we can't boost of anything. So we need the help of this gnome. Oh god, there he is. Good. That was actually relatively quick. Shoot. Oh, that's annoying. I should have thrown him. Usually there's like a hitbox that kills that gnome, which drops more beans. But yeah, the plan right now is to build a line out of beans that this gnome can follow. And again, you will see why very soon. Is he gonna get up? I don't think he is. That's a bit unfortunate. Sometimes they land in a position where they just for some reason do not want to get up from. So I had to reset that real quick. This should work. Yes, that's perfect. That is some really good beans actually. Very nice. Let's hope that this gnome cooperates the same way. Yeah, I believe in this gnome. Or in this bean. I believe in this. Hopefully. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, this is probably the most elaborate strat of the run. People, it took them a while to figure out that this is actually possible. Okay, let's see. No, those are awful. Like, we want one essentially here. Also, this is the RNG part I was talking about earlier. Yeah, some people even submitted their jumpless ILs to the any percent IL leaderboard. With amazingly being like, I don't know, an hour behind because of that. It's a good meme. Okay, can you please drop a bean in like a good spot? That is not a good spot. It's kinda far, but I think we can give it a shot. I really don't know if he's gonna see it, but we have to preach. At least you'll understand the concept. Hopefully, from this. I think it's probably fine. Whoops. Messed up the boost onto his head. But yeah, the whole point of this strat is that now that we've laid out all the beans, you can stand on this gnome. And we can... No, okay, he almost ran off. And we can use the gnome taxi to hopefully get us to the other room, and we should be high enough to grab the ledge. Is he gonna see this bean though? Oh, thank God. Well, now the question is he gonna see this bean? But he should. Mate, he almost killed me. If they push you into the wall, then Harry dies. Which is great. I don't like this though. Oh, we're a bit far away from the wall. Yeah, that can happen. If you have any donations, I think it's a good time now. Because we have to do that again.
Yeah, not at the moment, sadly enough. So everybody remember, 45 more, and then we will try to throw McGonagall off the stairs.
Oh, that was rough though. I thought the beans would be close enough, but the cauldron didn't drop them in a good spot. The gnome didn't drop it in a good spot. It's alright. We'll get there. But at least, you know, that is the concept of this strat. Which it is a really cool strat, but it is also very RNG based. So I picked a pretty generous estimate, and I'm also very grateful that we are ahead of schedule. So I think we should be fine here. We'll see. That's a good amount of beans. This guy's here. That's perfect. He's not dead again. That's... Oh, no. Oh, that's... Oh, they're bad again, though. Like, they're very far away from the wall. I don't trust them at all. But we'll see. That is not the bean RNG you want to see. Don't know Rue to run too close. He's gonna... Oh no, he saw Harry. Okay. Yeah, this should work out. I'm pretty sure he's gonna see this. So we should be good. I hope. I'm not fully confident because gnomes work in mysterious ways in this game. Dude. There we go. Oops. No. How about we don't run off the cliff today? I think you can still see it if he walks the other way. It's kind of RNG where they walk when they wake up, unfortunately. Come
Meantime,
on, no.
good news. We got another $15 donation from Forgetful. Because I really want to see her go by.
Thank you for another 15. Oh, we're actually getting there. See, it's good that I'm struggling with this right now.
Yeah.
In my defense, there's a good bit of RNG as well. I keep on mentioning it. Yeah, if anyone can do this gnome list, that would be amazing. Come on, see the bean, please. Yes, okay. If he doesn't run into the wrong direction for once, then we can take the gnome taxi. This is gonna be scary though again at the end. Like, I do not know. This, it's too far away again, I think. Well, let's see what the cauldron gives us. Yeah, it's not. It's not. Ah, I hate it. What doing, RNG? Please, just let me get up there. Usually they drop them very close to the correct wall. I'll give it like one more shot. If not, for the sake of the schedule, I might just jump once. But we'll see. Now, the thing is, if you cast on the gnome, he instantly disappears. That's the issue, because there's this hitbox, which is really bad. So it doesn't make it either. And trust me, I've done that multiple times. So, yeah.
I will say, for however painful it might be for you, this is probably one of the funniest setups I've seen in a while.
It is a wild strat, yeah. So, I hope so. I hope you're correct with that. This guy doesn't want to come here this time, but that's okay. Oh, now he should see me. Thank you. Come on, that has to... Okay, that has to be... That is definitely close enough. Where did he go? Don't tell me he ran off. Oh, thank God. I got incredibly scared that that gnome just ran off the cliff because they do that. Okay, we have to wait a little bit longer, but we might be able to do this finally. Because those beans look good now. We just need one in the door frame here. Which this... Yeah, this is... Should be more than enough. I hope he doesn't kill me. Like I mentioned it earlier, but when you're on top of a gnome, he can push you out of bounds. So he can spin around and then you get pushed into the wall, which kills Harry. He almost ran off. Doesn't see it again. Which is actually used in low cast as well. Where you make it, like where you do that to clip through doors. So the door I opened here, for example, this one, usually has a lock that you need to cast Alomor on. Why is it... No! I swear to God, What is going on with the gnomes today? Why? That is so unfortunate. Yeah. I'm a bit worried now about the schedule, but it's okay. We're fine. Yeah, I'm stalling, of course. I'm stalling for the donation goal.
Definitely.
Man, those beans were perfect as well. And then he just runs off. That's just so unfortunate. Yeah. Yeah, we can try that as well, I guess. Casting on the gnome when it's to the next to the cauldron. We'll see. That is... I don't think I'm super happy with that, but we'll see. Maybe it lures the other guy closer. There are some other cool strats in this run. I want to get to those. Especially the forest is very fun. And actually a bingo goal. Jumpless forest, really good bingo goal. This is a good bean. Should be okay. You should be seeing those. The only issue is we need the other guy to cooperate as well. Which this time he didn't make it close. Come on, man. I can't go further, by the way, because this door closes. In case anyone's wondering. So backtracking here is not possible. At some point there's a trigger that makes the door close. So as much as I'd love to go closer to lure him here, I can't do anything but wait. This guy, I think he's not gonna get up without us, which is good. It's about here, I think, this like line. Come on, man, please. Please just get over here. Yeah, that looks better. That looks good. And that looks bad. But we'll try it. We'll try it with the cauldron. Might be the last attempt I give this before I use a small brightness boost. Or not a brightness boost, a small jump. So let's see. Gnome taxi added again. Sees this one. He's gonna see this one. I think he's gonna see this one. Yeah. We will see this one, but now we're too far away again, so we have to try to somehow get him close enough so we can push him. I don't think it's gonna work very well. Or it does. Okay, cool. Should have probably done that to begin with, but I've made really bad experiences with that. It usually does not work as well as you've just seen it. But hey, at least we didn't have to cheat, so I'll take it. It could have been worse. There's also a risky way here. You saw me grab the Lumos. Get out of here, no. You saw me get the Lumos, so I can go through the secret, which is very easy jumpless. There is a way to make it across this without jumping, which is technically faster, but if you fail it, you have to do the entire gnome thing again, so I'd rather not. Especially not after how it went. So I'd rather not risk it. This one, you just gotta be a bit careful with the ledge grabs to get those properly. Because again, if you fail this, you have to do the entire gnome thing again. And there we are. And that's it. Finally out of bicorn. Which also means that your time to donate towards the goal is getting a bit lower. We're not far off, so maybe we can still make it. How much do we need actually, Seven?
I think we need $30 more, and then we would be at 100.
Yeah, that's pretty close. We'll see if we reach it. For now we have a bit of walking and a bit of other lessons to do. Dueling Club, probably one of the easiest things in Jumpless, because jumping is disabled anyways for this minigame. I thought about just playing Defender, because it's actually kind of cool. I think I might. Like, it's one of the challenges you're supposed to Quidditch warp out of, because it's a bit quicker. Just like in Scourge. But it's also not very long if you just play it Jumpless, and I think for the sake of the marathon, and since I think even with that bicorn should still be relatively well on schedule, I can do that. Plus, it also gives us more time to get those $30 for a good cause, exactly. And it's practice for bingo, which we have a tournament coming up, so I think it's all around a good idea to do a Jumpless Defender. Because that level is very long casually. one of the longest glitchless levels as well. But it's fairly short if you know how to do it. Like if you have brightness boosting, it's a matter of, I don't know, like 30 seconds I think with jumping. It's like a really short level if you play it with brightness boosting, with glitches. And in Jumpless I think it's probably like a minute or so, so not much worse. Yeah, we do need to throw McGonagall down the stairs, I agree. As wrong as that sounds, in this case I very much agree. But for now, another amazing spell learning minigame gives me a chance to drink something, and well, if we have donations, it's also a good time.
Nope, not at the moment. People are slacking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not like we're almost at 1,000, you know.
Yeah, you
a
know.
lot of slacking.
Which is really
amazing.
know you want to be that person who breaks the 1,000 cap. You know you want to.
Yeah, it's really, really amazing that we are almost there. It's pretty sick. Within a day, like less than a day that this is going on for.
Yeah, it's true.
There we go. Yeah, so normally you're supposed to Quidditch walk now, do the Quidditch thing, but that's lame. We do that in too many level anyways, so we'll play through it. Beginning, obviously very free. I can actually get a frog here. For people that don't know, frogs out of cauldrons, nice. Frogs out of cauldrons are RNG, so I think that was the game apologizing for the gnome RNG. And the less health you have, the higher the chance it spawns a frog. But yeah, the real strat here is to drop into a ledge grab, drop onto the table, do another boost, get onto here, and that's pretty much it. This is the end of the Defendo level in this little thingy. There's one more thing we ideally nail, so it's a bit faster. Because there's a snail fight here that you can skip if you time your boost very well. There we go. That was a clean jumpless Defender. I'll take it. So instead of having to push that snail in, we just push those two in now and we're done. We're skipping one of the fights. That was probably not much slower than Quidditch warping actually, so I'm glad I could show that off. And we got a frog out of it, so that's kind of nice. I think overall, good idea. But yeah, we're getting to the segment with McGonagall. Don't want to stress you out, chat, but it's close.
We got $10 closer just now. Yogurtu just said, I want McGonagall to be McGonagall. McGonagall, I guess. With another $10 donation, so we're only $20 away right now.
That's...
Oh! We got it! We just got a $20 donation from Bantha saying, make her fall. Ladies and gentlemen, and Nixo, you get to make McGonagall go down the stairs.
Very, very nice. That is, it's gonna be a pleasure. Thank you so much, everyone, that we hit that goal. That's pretty hype. First, we have to play through Boomslang. There is another risky strat here, which I'm not doing. Like, instead of walking down here, there is a boost that gets you all the way at the top. But it's really difficult to not take any damage. And I kind of like my health right now, so he said while walking through the poison. But like, I'm kind of happy with it at the moment. And we might need it for future strats, especially making McGonagall fall. So, yeah. Let's just walk through here, take it chill, do this slow strat. And then we'll see. Boomslang is one of the most chill level either way in the entire game, just because of how short it is. And there we are. That's the final thing. Boom. There's one more house point ceremony between us and making McGonagall fall. I think I'll take a save book before that. Because to be quite honest with you, I have never done that in Jumpless. So, it shouldn't be that hard though, right? I don't think it's gonna be difficult, so we should be fine. But I'm still gonna take a save book just in case. Just in case I fail something, so we don't have to walk up the entire thing again. And thankfully, there is a save book at the very bottom of the grand staircase. So this one's pretty easy to grab and won't lose me much time. What will lose me time though is that instead of skipping the Dumbledore cutscene, we're now gonna watch it, which is a bit slower than a normal jumpless run, but that's calculated in. So the way you skip this Nick cutscene is by standing all the way here and getting a long ledge grab, which is a bit suboptimal because you usually take fall damage. And now we would just continue to Moaning World's bathroom, but since we hit the incentive, there we go. Enjoy this cutscene. You donated for this, and there she goes. McGonagall, the deck.
Mr Potter, vad har hänt här? Jag vet inte, jag hittade...
And the beautiful double Nick, of course.
Följ med mig, Potter.
And then there's Harry. Very good.
Oh, that's fun. Oh, that is so funny.
Det här ligger inte längre i mina händer, Potter.
That was worth it.
It's one of the better cutscenes in this game. Sadly, now we have to sit through Dumbledore's office, but...
Shit, sorry for interrupting you, Nixo. We just got a $150 donation
Wow.
from Gertie.
Wow.
Holy shit. Saying thanks to all organizers, thanks to all runners, and thanks to everybody else donating and watching and supporting in every way. Without everybody, the event wouldn't nearly be as good as it is. Hot damn, Gertie.
Wow.
Do you shit money? Is that what this is?
Yeah, and thanks to you, Gertie, for that insanely big donation.
Yeah, man, God.
That's very much appreciated for the good cause. And yeah, we are over 1,000, right? So that's sick.
Yeah, I was thinking, did he like accidentally want to like type 15 to get to exactly 1,000? Just add a 0 or something?
I don't think. I think Gertie, I mean, from the way I know him, I'm pretty sure it was intended, so
Yeah.
he would tell us. Yeah, that's sick. That is a lot of money, once again. Thank you so much, everyone, for the good cause.
Yeah,
Perfect.
thanks everybody.
Yeah. Perfect timing as well, because now we just have cutscenes that most of us won't understand because they're in Swedish. Which, by the way, we haven't talked about, but it's the fastest language for this game. It's a question I get asked over and over and over again on stream. It is just faster. It saves 23 seconds. I do not speak Swedish at all, but it's a cool language. And it saves time, so might as well. I actually do not quite know how I'm gonna get down here now, because usually you just jump and like follow Ron. But since we cannot jump, we cannot do his amazing speedrunner ways. I think I can probably make my way around here though, somehow. Yes, that's exactly what I envisioned. Good. I'm glad that somehow worked out. So now we're back on track. This is where we would have been without the donation incentive. So now we're making our way to the bathroom and to the next story mission, which is Goyle. So we need his hair for the Polyjuice potion. But we don't actually need his hair for the Polyjuice potion, because we do the Quidditch Warp. This level, it is also possible jumpless, but this level actually takes quite a while. And I don't really think it has any cool or like surprising strats, so just going for the Quidditch Warp is probably the best solution we have here. Same for Slytherin, like, you can play those jumpless, but it's very slow, and there's kind of no point, because it's not very fun. So for now, we just do Quidditch a couple of times. We've kind of entered the mid-game part. This is the part where you have somewhat of a break before you have to go into Forest, which is a bit tricky. I've done it a lot of times now because of Bingo, so I'm confident, but it can be a bit of a tough level because of one segment specifically. So you can be looking forward to that. But for now, it's just a bit of running through the castle. I don't know if you have anything to plug, maybe upcoming incentives or something, but we have time.
I actually don't know the next incentive. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I think.
Fair enough.
I mean, the big goal is 1750 at the moment. That's the big next goal that we're going for, if I'm not mistaken. Unless someone wants to correct me right now.
Sounds about right. Is that one of the Potterthons? I guess so. One of
wait, right. Yeah, I also have the 1429 Potterthon 1 to 5 combined.
That's
I
a
don't
cool
know if that's an
goal.
incentive or not.
No, it's like goals, I think, on the way that we are definitely gonna reach. I'm fully confident.
Yeah, true.
Oh, I just realized we don't have much health. So this chill walk through the castle might not be as chill as I thought, because we need to land on this lamp. Good. Otherwise, we would have not survived this drop. Like, we're barely below the health you need to survive the full fall, I'm pretty sure. So, good save there. We're gonna be fine. Progressing towards the Slytherin common room. With the best music in the game playing in the background, of course. At least it's one of my absolute favorites, and I know a lot of people share that opinion. It's a good theme. In general, this game has insanely amazing music that I think is nostalgic for quite a few people. We have to sit through this unskippable cutscene. Rent blood, which I believe means pure blood. At least I think that's what it is in English. Yeah.
Yep.
Which is a very, I don't know, imagine you're not a pureblood and you still get sorted into Slytherin, which I'm pretty sure is possible since Voldemort got sorted there, so you must feel a bit weird if that's your password. But yeah, it's Slytherin, I guess. They're not very nice. But you know, that's also why we don't bother with playing their common room level, and we just play Quidditch instead. Getting knocked out by Cho Chang. Perfect. Sadly, until we can progress the story, we have to walk back into the castle. That's the only issue with the Quidditch Warp, otherwise it would be so much faster. If you would just spawn at the end of the level you just left, that would be amazing. But sadly you have to go back to the castle and then make it to where you're supposed to be. Which is the way to Spongify. And the, I mean, not so fun fact really about Spongify in this category is that it's the only level that is truly impossible without jumping. At least it has never been even done segmented. There is like a concept for it. Oh, that's kind of bad. There's a concept for it that involves bouncing on an imp for like, I don't know how long. But it's never even done like slowed down or segmented or with tools. And we don't even know if it fully works. So I think I'm pretty confident in saying that this level will never be done jumpless by a human. I mean, who knows? But you know, it's very unlikely as of right now. You never know what people are capable of, but this is the only level, or the only reason why Quidditch warping is allowed in this category, because otherwise you couldn't really beat it as of right now. I'm pretty sure that if this level would be possible, jumpless, or like reasonable, then we would actually allow, or like we would actually ban Quidditch warping and we would have to play all the level jumpless. Because it would be kind of more fun. But for now, yeah, we just have spell learning. Yeah, that's true, you never know. It could also be obviously new strats being found or whatever. Maybe one day this can be done jumpless. As of right now, it's very, very not thought to be humanly possible. Let me put it that way. I think that's the most diplomatic way to put it. I don't even fully know how the strat works, but the problematic room is the second one. We'll talk about it when we get to it. Actually, we won't get to it because I Quidditch warp out, never mind. But yeah, the second room is essentially, if people know the game, it's the room with an imp, a gnome, and a Spongify tile, and nothing else. So you cannot ledge grab for brightness boosting, you cannot really use the Spongify tile because you don't have height. And I think the idea is to like lure the imp back to the door and then go back down in the other room and then bounce on his head and he gets you to the Spongify tile or something. It's pretty insane. Oh my god. Imagine pressing the correct buttons. We all love the spiral, right? We all want to see that a 4th round. It's great. It's a good spell.
We just all love watching spell learning, I guess.
It's really fun. It's amazing.
Best part of the game, let's be honest.
Definitely. It's actually kind of a shame because this game is such a fast-paced speedrun with like essentially very few unskippable cutscenes, and then you have the spell learnings in between, and they're like 2 minutes of just doing nothing. And then if you fail, it's even worse. Which, yeah, that was kind of dumb. But yeah, there we are. Spongify, as I said, we're not going to be playing because currently nobody has ever done that or got even close. So we go into Quidditch. A Potterthon highlight, yes, definitely. That's spell learning. Kind of one of the best parts of the marathon. Alright, there we go. We are now technically on our way to Forest, but it's not night yet until we enter the castle. And then we finally get to one of the more interesting level again after this small mid-game interlude. And it's a bit annoying because we cannot actually beat Ron to the forest. Well, we actually have more stuff. I forgot there's this entire segment. Oh god. It's gonna be a while. There's gonna be a bit more running. That's the beam bonus room. Then we have to follow Ron up. And then we go to the forest. I guess we can beat him here because his pathing is awful. The AI is always faster than you in this game. They have like a higher running speed than Harry does, but they just take like terrible lines, obviously. Now that we have Spongify, we don't have to boost anymore at least. We just drop down, do this, and make it to the second floor that way. A lot easier than just walking all the way around or doing some random boost. So Spongify actually kind of clutch for Jumpless. Without Spongify, we would not be able to do this, actually. We would not be able to beat the game Jumpless, I think. Maybe, but I don't think. Usually you also warp out of this cutscene, but since it's a cool cutscene and Quidditch is kind of boring, we're just gonna watch it. But it's like slightly faster to Quidditch warp here, but hey, we're in it for the entertainment at this point, so let's watch Hagrid and Tom Riddle talk. Tom Dolder.
Det är över. Jag tror inte att du menade att döda någon, men monster är inga bra husdjur.
Don't know who people prefer.
Den har aldrig dödat någon.
Could be a good bid war at some point. Show Hagrid or show Tom Riddle.
Det var inte han. Han skulle
Even though I feel like Hagrid would win, let's be honest.
Gå åt sidan.
I mean, look at this face. Also knee. Also, as a fun fact, this Aragog is actually just a scaled down model of the normal Aragog. So, I mean, I guess you could kind of expected that probably, but yep, it's the exact same spider.
I was actually expecting it to be one of the small spiders.
Fair enough then. I guess it was a fun fact.
Yeah.
Ron, get out of here. We actually overtook him. Let's go. Yeah, it's not possible to use the Quidditch Warp in Forest, otherwise we would. As I've explained earlier, it only updates the game state after we beat Aragog. So we actually have to play through this and the chamber. And they both, they have some tricky parts, like they have their challenges. But overall, I am not too concerned. Forest is gonna be fun. Another bingo goal. One bingo goal that a lot of people usually don't do because they don't know how. Because it does take a bit of like strategies, I guess. So, well, we start pretty straightforward, like any percent does as well, with this Spongify tile. I think without Spongify this part would still be doable, but probably really dumb. Like in Jumpless. Then this here, usually you do a bridge skip, but you need jumping for that, so we just go straight for the Lumos. And then I have to make sure to get the safe book, because the next part is where it matters, because you cannot really do much here apart from dropping down, but it does kill you, except if you time that well, which I didn't. So you want to essentially hit the Spongify the moment you bounce on it, or the moment you hit the floor, you're supposed to cast on the Spongify. There you go. Not bad. I'll take a second try. Like, it's not super tight timing, but it's also definitely not free by all means. Sadly, that's not the segment done. There's no safe book yet, and there is one hard part remaining, so we might still have to redo that. We'll see. Because there's this, where you have to get onto that Spongify. You can also boost all the way across, but it's kinda stupid. It's the low cast strat to boost all the way across. It's a lot easier to just boost onto the Spongify tile, and there we are. made it through, and that was the difficult segment in forest, so we're good to go. The rest should be pretty free, so I think we're fine with the schedule. I don't know how much time we're on, but on the timer, but it's probably quite a bit.
I can see about 53 minutes.
Oh wow, okay, yeah, I'm going a bit over. That should work, yes. I usually boost on top of the cobweb, but yeah. We're fine with the schedule though, right?
We should be, yeah.
Okay.
We started a little early, I think.
Good, good, good. Then I guess I did actually bring it back indeed. But I do have to admit, it was not all my fault. The gnomes were also kinda trolling. Anyways, we have Aragog, which means we need to defeat all of his webs, or we defeat 2 webs 4 times. Because the only thing this game counts is if a web has been hit 8 times, essentially. Or if 8 webs have been hit, but it doesn't realize if it's the same or not. And then we just do pause casting, we do our own Aragog remix. Always a highlight of the run. To dodge here once. And then we should be able to beat him relatively quickly. Sorry.
Someone actually has to make a remix of that, let's be honest about this.
Yeah, that would be amazing. And we have some people that are really good at music in this community, so... I wouldn't be surprised if we get that at some point. I mean, there's a Flipendo remix on YouTube, so why not a Spider remix?
Oh god.
Same strat here, using the Spongify tile. And we're finally on our way to the last level of the run. Which is the Chamber of Secrets, as per usual. Which is actually surprisingly straightforward and glitchless, and jumpless, I would say. Kind of the same boost as any percent in most places. But usually they're a bit more difficult to get because of the fact that you can't jump, so you have to drop into it. Also, you cannot go too early here or you soft lock. If you run into the sink, you can fall into a position you cannot get out of, even with jumping. So there's a really weird soft lock in that. A bit more spaghetti code from the devs. Yeah, let's go for Scourge Snipe, why not? Perfect. So there's essentially the Scourge you're supposed to hit from below, and it's poking out on the other side. Like the hitbox is a bit too big, so it goes through the floor. And if you time your spell well and have the correct angle, you cast through the gate and hit the, like, I don't know, a couple of pixels that it goes too high. So you don't have to go all the way around. It saves like 10 seconds if you get it like that. So we take it. Actually a strat, another one where people didn't think it would happen in a real run for a while. Like, it's been known for a very long time that that is a thing, but people have only started doing it, I don't know, like a year and a half ago or something? Maybe 2, I don't know. At this point everything kind of blurs together for me, but definitely it was known a lot longer than when people started going for it. Just because nobody really thought it's like you should go for it because it saves so little time. But yeah, that's pretty much Chamber. We have a long ledge grab here. All very standard boosts. Not too much crazy stuff. Spongify here. You could use the Pixie for this one, but it's awful. Like, there's a strat to just bop onto the Pixie, and then the Pixie goes higher and higher and higher. And Harry just keeps on, like, bouncing up and down on it until you make it all the way to the top. Which is thankfully not even in low cast. Like, that abomination of a strat is just abolished into the Shadow Realm. It's not useful for anything. And here we just wait until the bridge pushes us up again. There's a small bit of collision down there that you can stand on. Very generous collision, so very easy trick in Jumpless. And then this part might actually be surprising for people, but you can just walk in the Indiana Jones segment. Like, this is possible. I got one now, but you can do this whole part jumpless without even ledge grabbing because of the way they build it. So I don't know, this segment is probably the easiest part in this entire game. You have the rock that is incredibly slow, like, look where it is. And you have the gaps that you don't have to jump across. Like, everything they built for this is just kind of bad. Alright, final boost of the game. kind of difficult one in Jumpless. You need very good timing with your ledge grab. I think that works. Yeah. There we go. Get into a little wall walk up there so we don't have to wait for the swing. And now we are in the final chamber, which is not centered, by the way. Sorry for pointing that out. Now you're gonna see it for the rest of your life whenever you see this game.
Come on.
I just don't know why they made it like that. Like, why is the face not in the middle? It makes no sense. It's a little bit to the right, to the left. But yeah, it's just the normal boss fight. We pause cast a bit. We shoot some bulbs that light at him, and we should have the potion, so hopefully shouldn't be a problem. We'll see. Oh, that was like no damage. Also, whenever you step into poison, with the correct timing, Harry skips his like recharging animation. Whoops. Clicked out of my game. So like this, you don't have to charge again, because the damage kind of resets it, which makes it able to, or possible to get a lot more hits in. If you actually hit the poison, that is. Oh my god. Or you just like get stuck in it and just don't get any hits in, but there we go. A very scuffed 3 cycle, but we'll play it, or we take it rather. And time is coming up for the tech, as a heads up. Actually very, very soon, once we enter the Great Hall through this door. And time. There we go. Not the terrible run in some parts. I'll take it. It was very fun though, and thanks for hitting the donation incentive, of course, everyone. That was pretty sick.
Yeah, you guys did great. Alright, nice run next time. Did you have fun?
It was really good, yeah, I had good fun. Apart from when the gnomes trolled me, so but apart from that, it was good.
I mean, they're gnomes. Aren't they supposed to, though?
Yeah, that's true. That's kind of the whole purpose. That's a good point.
Oh,
Yeah.
righty then. Any final words before I lead us out?
Not really. Good job, everyone, so far with the donations. Keep them coming. There's a lot of really cool runs left. And I stopped the car. That's my final thing to do, because I think that's going to be it for me for solo runs at least. I'll be in a race tomorrow, but yeah, it was very fun. Thanks for having me, and thanks for watching, everyone, and for the GGs. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, with that, it's also going to be my last host for a little bit until tomorrow. I think I'm back tomorrow. So I will leave you in the very capable hands of Flo, who will guide you through the HP1 GBC glitchless run by Bentcat. So you have that to look forward to. Apparently a very long run, if I'm looking at the estimates.
A lot of difficult parts in that. I've done it, and I got lost so much, so it's impressive to watch.
Yeah, indeed. All right, so with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you all